And hello everyone, Modern World Emporium here, and for today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a single woman. She is a 50-year-old divorcee, 50-plus-year-old divorcee, who just felt the need to place her entire life on TikTok. Now, we have covered this woman in a singular video on the channel before, so we're going to do a little bit of a deep dive into how it's going for her. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. It encourages me to make more content, and let's get right into it.
Hi, my very first video. My name's Kirsten, I'm 53, and I am in a big mess because I am moving out of my house that I've been with my husband for more than 30 years. I'm 53. I know I look 53, but that's what I am. I'm also hugely overweight because I've been miserable for so long that all I do for pleasure is have a glass of wine or have some nice food because I don't have any happiness with my husband.
Oh man, something stinks in here, and it's a load of horse crap coming out of her mouth. This woman is a 53-year-old woman. She is divorced by choice, obviously, and she only can say one thing, is that she wasn't happy with her husband. She hasn't divulged into any reasons yet, and she has admitted she is a little old, she's a bit overweight, but of course immediately projects that blame onto her family. I wonder what kind of person this individual actually is deep down. Let's dive a little deeper.
I got an apartment, I got a job, so I'm going to move into that apartment. It's a one-bedroom apartment, and I have 3 daughters, but they're older, so they can come and I'll sleep on the couch. But I didn't know what else to do. That's all I can afford where I am. But I did get the apartment under my own credit. I cry a lot. I'm gonna try not to. But I wonder if there's any women out there like me at my age. I'm not expecting to be here, but
I find it a little strange to be asking if there's other women who also destroyed their lives out of pure selfishness out there. But hey, who am I? I'm just a guy commentating on the internet. Anyway, she says that she got her own apartment, and she has this incredible confidence that her daughters are going to side with her and they're going to come and visit her all the time because, their dad was just such a bad, evil man who made their mother so miserable by not making $300,000 a year and buying her a Corvette twice a week. But yeah, again, this woman projects everything, every little bit of blame onto other people, and you're going to see that being a huge theme going forward with her. She is, at least in my opinion, a monster, and we'll find out why. Let's continue.
being here, and I'm doing this all by myself. I haven't told my husband or my children yet. I don't know how. I think I'm just gonna move in slowly, and then I'll have a place to go for when things get bad, because every week something happens and it's really, really bad, and then I think I'm gonna leave, and then I don't. But this time I did. This time I went out and I got that apartment and I got a lawyer. And it's just so scary, and it just feels like the end of everything I've ever known.
So I have absolutely no sympathy for this woman, and I say this with every divorced woman, but her in particular, because she is absolutely playing this whole ordeal up. She says that everything that happens with this guy is so bad and it gets worse week after week, but notice how she refuses to tell you what happened. She refuses to tell you what led up to this point and how it got to this point where she needed to move out. She just conveniently leaves that part out, but you're supposed to believe that he is nothing more than just a bad man that made her life miserable. Very interesting. Let's continue.
I've never lived alone in my life, but I'm gonna do it because there's gotta be more than this. I have to be a better mother, and I have to be better to me, And as sad as it is, that's just what I'm going to do. I don't even know if I'm doing it because I want to or if because I have to.
Ooh, looks like the mask just slid off for a second there. It's all about you. I don't know if I'm doing this for me. Yes, you are. You are purely doing it for your own selfish intent, as always, with almost all of these women. I can almost guarantee you she had this TikTok account, saw tons of videos online of women talking about how happy they are that they destroyed their marriages and lives, and she proceeded to fall for the propaganda and do it herself. You have seen this so many times with TikTok and social media to the point where it's actually scary and needs to be studied, in my opinion. Let's continue.
But my body is telling me that I need to, but I'm still scared. I'm terrified. So, any other women out there like me, I'd love to hear from you. I've had a lot of people ask me or say, "Lucky you have money to do this." Well, I want to address a few things. About 4 years ago, I hadn't a penny. I didn't have a bank account. I had no credit. I had no credit cards. I had nothing. I didn't have a job. And I was here in the United States on my husband's visa. So if I applied for divorce then, I would have lost my status.
And there you have it, folks. She was only here in the US for her husband's visa, trying to get her citizenship. Absolutely fucking disgusting. She was playing this man for a fool all these years. However, it doesn't quite work out for her at the very end, so let's keep listening.
Been deported and left my children behind. So I couldn't do that. So what I did instead was I went back to school, and I went to cosmetology school, and I became a hairdresser. Crazy thing to do, but I did it, and I was the oldest person at the school, including the teachers. But I did it anyway.
Conveniently, she left out the part where she used her husband's money to go back to school and get this degree to ruin his life and her family. What an absolute pile of human fucking garbage. These women sit here and play the victim when in reality they are the abusers and the victimizers themselves. Very sad.
And because I'd been a businesswoman and helped my husband with his business, I had a lot of background experience with, kind of other things other than actually being a hairdresser. So that helped me. I opened a credit card. I went to Kohl's and got a credit card. I opened a bank account at a credit union and they gave me a loan which paid itself back. And I did that because I knew I had to get ready. So I wasn't just given the money and then I decided to leave.
It's hilarious to me that she doesn't even believe the bullshit spewing out of her own mouth. You could see right by the face she made right there where she said, I didn't just get given the money and leave. Yeah, you did. You used your husband's money to pay off the credit card you opened so that way you can build up credit in your name. You used your husband's money to build that credit. You did not do it on your own. You did not do it. He is quite literally the sponsor of you being able to escape the marriage you allegedly hated so much. What else is there even to say other than this is just a really bad situation and I feel really bad for these children?
I actually went out and did those things at 49 so that when I was ready, I would have something. And I don't have a lot of money and I'm going to have struggle to pay my rent. But you can do it if you want to, if you need to. You just do it one step at a time, small steps, baby steps. Go out tomorrow, get a credit card of your own. Go out the next day, get a bank account. Find something that you're good at and look at what you can do.
Something I also wanted to mention here is that she mentions having a bank account. So this is prior to getting that job, obviously. So I have a theory that this woman was stashing a bunch of her husband's money in an escape fund. If you don't know what an escape fund is, it is money that single women, well, not single men, married women, will put on the side so they can divorce their husbands and ruin their lives because social media tells them to. Now, I have nothing against an escape fund if you are actually being not treated fairly. I can't say the word on here on YouTube, but when you have an escape fund simply because you're quote unquote unhappy, aka weird women on TikTok are telling you you're unhappy, that's just a little shitty, and you're a bad person for taking this guy's money without his consent and then using it to flip his life upside down.
And then in the end, when you're ready, you're ready. But I wasn't given anything, and I don't have any money, I don't have any assets. We lost our house, we lost everything. I've got some money in the bank, like very little, but I'm working and I want a better life. So that's what I did.
Right. So basically, you mooched until you could escape. What a disgusting person. Yeah, sure, you worked. You put about probably minimum wage in the bank, or like a minimum wage check in the bank every week. And that's fine if you're getting off your feet. You're just starting working. But this is a 53-year-old woman, 50 plus year old woman who is divorced and is just taking her husband's money and trying to lie to your face and say that this right breakthrough job, the first job she's ever had, is paying her so much money that she can move out and pay for an apartment on her own. Yeah, sure, whatever you say.
Good morning. Okay, I'm packing. I just woke up, sorry. And I should wash my hair today, but those things are really hard to do right now. I'm feeling really depressed, and I feel like I'm in a movie, someone else's movie.
Could it possibly be that you feel like you're in a movie because you're quite literally recording every second of your life and putting it on TikTok for strangers on the internet to view? Huh, I don't know. It might have something to do with that. Well, whatever it is, this is a really bad movie and I want out.
Who's this moving? I don't know. But I go and get things to pack, and I feel like a snake, like I'm furtively packing. He's not helping, obviously. And when we sit down to dinner, we talk and we're friends, but he's shut himself off. And I don't blame him. He's protecting himself. We both are. But it's like we're strangers in a way. And when we're in the kitchen, he like avoids me, like he doesn't look me in the eye. And
Not only is he no longer obligated to talk to you, he's no longer obligated to be nice to you. You're quite literally uprooting his life with his money, ruining everything he's built over the years. You're ruining the family you two built together, you're ruining the life you two built together, and you're getting rid of the house you guys built and made a home. See, what she feels ashamed about here is not everything being, out in the open for everyone to see. She feels ashamed because deep down she knows that she's wrong and she caused all the turmoil in her family's life and that she's solely responsible for everything. Her own consciousness is telling her you are the bad person in this situation and it's all your fault.
we jump out of each other's way so we don't touch each other. And I feel like I'm leaving a little boy behind. I feel like I'm gonna walk away. You know, when there's a babysitter at your house and the kid stands at the window, Mommy, don't leave me. That's what I feel like. It's not great at all. I don't know how to leave him and survive the feeling of guilt and shame.
I love when a story has a happy ending. So basically, she's finally feeling the shame and guilt of destroying her marriage, like we mentioned in the last clip. And it's honestly just something that's a little bit bittersweet. This man is smart. He doesn't want to interact with her. He doesn't want to further the process or make it any more difficult than it needs to be. However, you notice how she is starting to get upset by this, that he won't interact with her. She says, oh yeah, he's keeping to himself to protect himself. And I understand. But what she's really thinking is, Like, wow, he won't interact with me and won't give me attention anymore. She knows she screwed up. She knows it's over. She knows there's nothing else she can do. And she knows her meal ticket is absolutely destroyed. And she's going to have to now work 50 plus hours a week as a 53-year-old divorced woman while also simultaneously trying to date on the dating market when she has very little value or very little to offer outside of her one-bedroom apartment that she loves to talk about so much. Anyway, this is the last clip of this woman that we are going to cover on today's video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And like I said, like, what is wrong with these people? Like, why would you ever record this and put it on the internet? And that's about it. See ya.